Hello, everybody. Welcome out to the Death Battle Cast. We're going to get nerdy. I'm Ben. I play Wiz.
I'm Nick, and I'm the writer for Metal Sonic vs. Zero.
I'm Tori, and that kind of sounded freaky.
And I'm Sam. I write the other things.
And before we get started, I do want to say a big thank you out to Squarespace for sponsoring this week's episode. They've been a sponsor for Death Battle for a long time now, ever since the first year. So we love them quite a lot. Whether you need a domain, website, or online store, make your next move with Squarespace. And we'll have more information about that later on. But in terms of Death Battle, this past week we released a new DBX. It actually just went out. Mega Man versus Bomberman. This is animated by Louis Cruz. G1s from years past will know him as Jets, longtime community member, and now a full-time staff member at Screwtech.
Yeah.
First day in the office is Monday?
Yep. So.
And G1 to employee.
Yeah.
How
I
does that
haven't
work?
met Jets yet, but one thing I remember him for was when Steam came out on Mac back in like 2009, he bought me the orange box. And so I'm,
Oh.
yeah, he got me into
Really
PC
grateful
gaming.
now?
Yeah.
That's good.
I told him I was going to buy him dinner at SGC the next year, and then he ended up not being able to make it, so
So now you have to pay it back.
I think I still owe him something.
Does it have interest? Because that's like 5 dinners by now.
Yeah, that definitely.
Okay.
Just give him the box back.
Does the interest count if it's not my fault because we didn't have SGC for a couple of years there?
I don't think the bank would care. I think
Yeah, I was just
Probably
about
not.
to say that.
going
Anyway,
by
Jets is a great guy.
Yeah.
And we're happy to have him.
So he had the DBX come out. He's also animating the Death Battle that's coming out in 2 weeks. We just released the preview for the first combatant, Metal Sonic, and his opponent, Zero, will be getting his preview this upcoming week. And you've been working on that episode.
Yes.
We'll talk about that in a little bit. And as always, for this podcast, you can interact with the show with the hashtag DeathBattleCast on Twitter. We do community death battles through that. We answer questions through that. And last week, our community battle
It's
was
my favorite one yet.
It was an anomaly. I don't think we've done this before. It was typically what we do is we come up with a matchup of 2 characters, and then we throw it to you guys to come up with who you think wins and why. And last week we decided that the community battle would be a fusion battle between Sonic the Hedgehog fused with Juggernaut versus
I love this one.
Scorpion from Mortal Kombat fused with Kermit the Frog.
So good. I
I don't think we really settled on names. I like
Scormit has no chance.
Scormit.
I don't think he's got it.
Kerpion's pretty good. Like, we can call him Scormit, I guess.
Yeah.
And then Jugnick or something like that.
was just going to leave it as Sonic Juggernaut.
Juggernaut.
Sonic Jaggernaut.
Yeah, Juggernaut.
You did this
Leave
last
me
time.
alone.
See, I said it sounded like you were saying Jaggernaut, and then you said no, and then all the comments were like, yeah, he's totally saying Jaggernaut.
You mix
It's
up your
Juggernaut.
U's and your A's. It's a far leap you've made there.
Juggernaut.
Yep.
Jugular.
Anyway, we did something really special with this one. We actually reached out to you guys to see if you could
Well,
make up some fan art
Yeah,
for
we didn't do anything special.
No.
Y'all did some special
that's-
stuff. We just asked if you could do it for
You're
us.
the talented one.
We made a
yes.
special
You're the talented
request.
That's sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it's special in general, but yes, we were looking for some fan art, and I was expecting to get 5 or 6 pieces of fun art, but we got a shit ton. So we're gonna show every single one. So you want to just get straight to that?
Please.
Let's do
Start
it.
mashing
wait.
on it.
Bring up all of them. Okay, so we got one from Tyson C. Oh my God.
Rough drawing of Scormit. And see, I told you it was Scormit. Scormit in Sonic Knot. I haven't seen the Sonic Knot one there, though. I think I've seen the Scormit.
That's
My
a
favorite
pretty
part
good
about-
Sonic now.
I love how
part
he's
about that
got
one.
Sonic's skinny legs, but Juggernaut's huge arms.
He's just jacked.
I mean, it makes sense.
And then AJ's got a pretty detailed Kermit Scorpion.
Yeah, I
It
saw
like,
that one.
It looks like Kermit from the meme when he's like Palpatine, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know what
yeah,
he's
yeah.
doing, but he looks like Palpatine
It's
in the
just
meme.
Kermit wearing a scorpion.
What I love about
So
this
good.
one is in the zoomed out one on the right, in the top right corner, you can kind of see like a little sketch of just Kermit. Inherently, it's hilarious to me, just because he has this bizarre expression on his face.
It's
I
good.
thought he captured it perfectly. That's exactly what I was hoping to see.
See my face? I liked it. I liked like all of these on Twitter. Okay, let's move on to the next one. We got
Love
a bunch of these to get through.
Scormit.
This is from
Team Scormit for the win.
William. That's pretty awesome. And then also from Byron.
I really like what he did with the
You're
collar.
going to hell.
Yay!
In both cases, they did the collar like
Yeah.
Kermit's thing. It's wonderful.
Oh, that looks
Excellent
great.
detail.
Okay, next one.
Oh, I haven't seen the one on the left.
John Lemon?
Scorpit, the Hellspawn here.
Oh, that's great.
Who's the puppeteer though? Is that Sub-Zero?
I think it
Yeah,
might
I
be.
think
looks
so.
like it.
Yeah,
That's great.
Which I like.
That is good.
That's
That's
a cute
really
idea.
clever.
His mouth is just screaming. That's my favorite.
And also, the back of his forearm was drawn perfectly, so it also looks like legs.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
Well
pretty-
played, artist.
Good job, John Lemon. That looks good. And then from 0642603387.
Is that a phone number? How many digits? Is that? Somebody call it, see what happens. Anyway, Kermit
it
enters the
is.
ring.
No, it's not. With Krusty.
I love it.
Krusty.
I get it.
It's pretty good.
I get it.
Oh, took me a second.
This is him with his head on fire too, which is
Yeah,
awesome.
I mean, we really wanted. I was asking for Kermit, like Wraith Kermit.
Yeah.
So that's perfect.
See, but if you would have told me his head was on fire, I thought he had like a Klan hood on, and I was mad. I was wicked confused for a second, but you've cleared it
He's a
up for me.
puppet, undead hellspawn,
Puppets
and
can,
a racist.
Yeah, puppets can certainly be racist.
Jesus.
So can Hellspawn.
Kermit's racist here.
In fact, I would argue that most
to the
Hellspawns
next
are racist.
Hey, we got a Photoshop too, so like it's realistic looking, which is
Oh my
awesome.
God.
This is so good.
But it's not just the face. He's got like the neck and
I know.
The
Yeah.
arm is green.
You know what I love about the Photoshop one on the left is his head had to be a little bit smaller because his eyes are on top. Normally,
Yeah,
he'd
yeah.
be completely blind because the hood would be covered up.
It would be funny if he was and there were just bulges in the hood, like little lines.
Man, good stuff here. And then we got this awesome sprite work here.
Yeah.
It's the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 Juggernaut sprite, but just turned into Sonic. It's fantastic.
That's great.
And then I love the hand actually sticking into the tiny Kermit on
just
the left.
off from the corner.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
know,
notice
right?
it until like the
That's
second
good.
or third time I saw it.
And then
Such-
Eggman's just not gonna bother. That's pretty good.
Screw the chaos.
All right.
Oh my gosh, these are so good. I haven't seen either of these.
Ooh, this one's.
But oh my gosh, I love them.
Yeah, I haven't seen the one on the right. I don't think.
The one on the right is so funny. Because he's just like flailing. There's,
Yeah,
like, the
yeah.
Kermit thing.
Kermit.
He's shooting it's got blood on the end of it too. Like he successfully
Well,
speared
at
somebody. with
first
this.
I was like debating the quality of the artist, and then I realized how good the hook was. And then everything else was a pure decision
Yeah,
to
yeah.
make him look very Muppety, and I'm in love with it.
I love
Yeah.
it too, but not to be outdone, Malcolm Joestar on the left here, also with an excellent rendition of Scorpion plus Kermit. Kerpion is what he calls him.
Kerpian.
Kerpian.
I think it's safe to say
frog of
that
vengeance.
Scormit or Kerpion, however you want to call it,
I kind of like Kerpian.
has captured the imaginations of many.
Indeed.
I've seen a few really good Sonic Juggernaut ones, but I'm really impressed with the turnout for Kerpion.
Oh, of course.
This is so good.
Freaking Kermit the Frog is a hell wraith. All right,
see what-
next,
We
have
let's
some
see
more?
the next one. We got plenty more.
Yes.
I love
the
this. The
meme.
Lipton
Oh, this
tea
is great.
one.
Oh,
is
we just got
beautiful.
memed on so hard.
Well, so this one,
Good
he has
job,
the
Jeremy.
hood
That's
kind of
great.
like on the back of his head. So that kind of
Yeah, he's got it pulled back
Yeah.
for his eye forehead.
And then the
I
one on
also
the
need
right
to help.
here by Joshua, it's just like he actually blended them. Like he
Yeah.
actually did it.
Yeah.
Rather, like, you know.
He's got a
but-
banjo on his back. I was
banjo?
like,
Oh,
wondered
yeah,
what that
he
was.
does.
I thought it
Awesome.
was like an electric guitar. Yeah, give the man some credit. You just walking around with a banjo?
do you know anything about Kermit?
No, I don't.
Okay, then you can stop right there then.
I don't.
But yeah,
Kermit is synonymous with banjos.
it's
I
like
got
a
you.
very it was
What
like a
is
very like
this?
smooth blend of it.
Oh, I totally understand. Okay, on the left,
Yes, this is
they
great.
treated him like a full-on puppet. So if he were to take off Kermit's like flesh, it would just
Oh,
be
he
a
would
skeleton
hand.
hand
You
and
can
meat.
hear broadcast got the
So
joke just
good.
there and just all giggled. Yeah, I like that.
Oh my gosh! And then okay,
pretty
here's
smart.
an excellent Sonic knot going on
Man,
here.
he's jacked.
He doesn't care about this spear in his back at all.
Giant whirlwind of feet.
Yeah.
Well, that's very
Great.
Sonic.
Yeah, but it's as big as Kerpion. Like,
It probably should be if we're talking about
Juggernaut-
proper scale.
Yeah.
I mean, Kermit's the size of like a human arm. So yeah, I mean, Juggernaut's legs are probably bigger.
that
I
one
was
looks
about to say,
great.
if anything, it
So
should be bigger
creative.
than that.
Oh wow!
Oh, man.
that
Just
one's
straight
awesome.
up looks great.
That's cool.
I love
The
that.
cool sprite art, and then like a matchup kind of like,
I love.
wow.
Hold on, is Squirmit here? Is there a hand coming up from the ground
Yeah.
there?
There is.
Yeah.
I haven't seen this one before.
So many
that
people
one's
have
so
used
good.
the hand. That's awesome. I like the
Hands coming
idea
up
of it
from
being
hell.
like a skeleton hand that comes up too.
Yeah.
Skeleton hand? Yeah.
But is Squirmit? Are his limbs just kind of going nuts like they
Yes.
normally do? Oh my gosh, that's so good.
He looks like he's going in for a hug
It's
almost.
so funny.
A hug that just happens to have the spear chain at the end.
Well, he's a crafty little man.
These are so good.
are
Okay,
great.
are there any more? We've got
Yeah,
tons.
there's a lot.
Oh my, yeah, there's plenty.
I apologize for this
Tiffany.
monstrosity. Apologize for nothing. Take pride in what you've created here.
Just kind of, yeah, he went straight Frankenstein.
Yeah,
yeah,
like
he's
there's
like
just parts stitched
opposite
together.
arms. He's got one Sonic arm that's still the size of the Juggernaut arm, which is impressive.
I really like the fact that he has two different types of shoes, which completely just should throw it off. Like, I mean,
If he
no
wants-
one can run well in two different shoes.
I know. If he wants like a super speed though, does he just hop on his right leg?
Probably just run it.
Right
He
leg.
just leaned.
But if he wants the infinite momentum or whatever, he uses his left leg. Oh man, in alternating succession, that'd be quite
This is just
terrifying.
getting way too complicated.
His right leg does
overthinking
the
it.
spin, and then his left leg he treats it like a skateboard.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And-
Malcolm
Yeah.
Joestar over here decided to make some Sonic Juggernaut. Wasn't able to get Juggernaut's head proportion to fit with Sonic's. That's okay.
That's
that is part of the
impossible, I
challenge.
think. So
I think you did a great
I feel
job
like
regardless.
he looks like he secretly has all Juggernaut's strength, but not just the mass of his muscles.
I can't read because my vision sucks.
Oh,
but what does
it
the caption
says-
say?
You know,
Ben has to lean into.
I am the Juggernaut, the Jugonic, bitch.
yes, like the meme.
Yes.
I get it.
Okay, just check.
I understood that reference.
From Tyler Carter and Taylor Alcock.
As you requested. What have we
But
done?
there's a Knuckles. Oh no,
just about to say-
it's,
I was just about to say that's just not.
I was like, why Knuckles here? Like, where did he
Sonic
come
plus
from?
Juggernaut equals Knuckles.
Yeah.
That's not that big of a leap.
I'm
in logic,
so
actually.
glad that there are flames coming out of the tops of Kermit's head where his eyes normally would be.
and his hand.
I like this one by
And his-
Taylor over here too, just because the eyes are so dead, which feels right.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that's one of the only fan arts we've seen that takes away Kermit's pupils. So it has that.
the actual scorpion.
Undead.
Yeah. It's like an undead Kermit, which is great. And he's got a scorpion outfit on. I love it. Oh, he even took the hood into account. He kept the eyes in mind when it came to the hood placement.
Yeah.
I love the touch. Any others here? Man, there's still more.
Yep.
We have the actual battle going on here on the left.
That's
Squirmit
good.
versus Sonic Nut.
I like how Sonic Nut, his helmet is completely shaped around his spines.
around it, yeah.
Yeah. Some of them had the spines coming out. This
Yeah.
one, he got it tailor-made to fit his,
You gotta protect
his head.
Except for those two little ones in the back. Just the helmet.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
actual
yeah.
suit doesn't
Well,
do it.
the ones in the back, though. I mean, you got to let something breathe here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I suppose.
This Squirmit on the right looks just like a really aggressive alien.
Yeah.
Or like
Which
that's
is exactly
that's
what it
just like
probably would look
a
like.
very sick person from Fallout, I think. Like, you know, it's
I like that he's
Falls
every
right in line.
single bit as buff as actual Scorpion.
Scorpion, yep.
He's just presumably made of felt.
I also enjoy the fact that he has to belt all of his muscles to keep them from expanding too much.
Well, yeah, you gotta restrict it somehow.
Yeah.
Too much muscle going on. All right, what else do we have? Yes, another Lipton tea Kermit meme. I love it.
And another waving arms from John Ken.
That one looks real fun.
That was great.
Oh, his head's a skeleton. Like if
Yeah.
Kermit actually had a skeleton, he just made the head white.
these
I
are
love
great.
it. These are so good. Turn him into reptile. I'm an artist. This isn't Scorpion, and it's totally irrelevant to the topic at hand. But here's Kermit in Mortal Kombat. Hi ho. I
like that a lot.
That actually makes a lot of sense. I mean,
That's actually
technically
pretty
he's an
cool.
amphibian, but there is no
yeah.
amphibian Mortal Kombat character. Reptile's a close second. I love it. He's just spewing slime all over somebody. And then we've got the blue
Velocimus.
Velocimus?
Velocimus. Yes.
I want to know what a blue Velocimus looks like. But anyway, his take on Scormit is also great. With the, I love the ones that just have him poking out from behind the hood ever so slightly. Sonic, that one
Man.
looks great. That's just the Juggernaut with Sonic's face.
That looks like it's actually like from one of the old Sonic comics or something like that. Like it's the
He's
same art
ripped,
style.
Man, look at his muscles.
Yeah. Then there's the giant muscle, which is completely different. It looks
Well, now
great.
we
He hit
actually
someone
have
in
to-
the face. Like,
Oh, we got a
everything.
thumbnail.
Yeah,
for
he's
it,
I was gonna
too.
say, we have to
thumbnail.
actually do this as a real episode now because we can just use this awesome thumbnail.
That's great.
As the actual thumbnail.
Kermit has some good durability feats. He got hit in the Christmas movie, didn't he, by a car? And he's
What?
he's
No.
like mangled.
Oh, we'll get to feats.
get
We'll
there,
figure out
okay.
a winner at the end.
Are you talking about the Christmas story?
Kermit, there's
Or-
one where he gets hit by a car and he's like mangled.
I don't know what you're talking. The only Christmas one I know of is A Christmas Carol. That's what I meant to say.
Well, I think there might be one more slate that we have. How many?
Hey, there we go.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
we got lyrics here? Is that what I'm looking at? No. Okay, there was a.
Any
Tori, you
of
were
us
talking
should
about-
buy glasses. Literally any of us should get glasses.
I know. It's a problem.
We are all in our late 20s and denying our age.
I thought there were lyrics because the banjo song that he's most familiar with, Torian,
Yeah.
is Rainbow Connection. He's even got a banjo on his back, you can see there. I love it.
Okay, so not only is this art really great, but Alec and Anton have some arguments for us here. Kerpian will appear as such a non-threat that Juggernaut
I like Juggernaut. That's the best one so
will
far.
come in close. Kerpian will send him to the Hell Realm
Saucy Knot.
and dip out. Just send him to hell and
good.
leave.
That's fair.
And then Jugnik has supersonic speed, super strength, unstoppable momentum, a healing factor, and invulnerability. Scormit, no chance.
That art is crazy.
That
Yeah, I like it a lot.
that Jugnik looks intense.
I know, like, gosh, the concept of the combination of super speed and unstoppable momentum is horrifying enough.
Yeah.
But then you make him look like that, it's over.
It's pretty good stuff.
So what do you think? What do you think? We got
I don't know, man.
Kerpian or Scormit. You got all the abilities of Scorpion. We've actually had Scorpion on Death Battle before. We know he's a very good
Not
martial artist.
Kermit. Maybe we should.
Not Kermit. But the one thing with Scorpion is that he's kind of already dead. So it's a little hard to kill him.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you can, like, beat him in a fight. Otherwise, Mortal
Right.
Kombat wouldn't make any sense. But then Juggernaut, like you were saying, speed, infinite momentum, or unstoppable momentum, that's intense. I don't know who I got to go with.
That's obviously the winner.
You think so?
What is he gonna do?
I think I
What if
might
he
go
sends
with
him
that
to-
one too.
What if he sends him to hell?
He's just gonna run through hell until he gets
Just smashes through hell and
He's
gets
just
out?
gonna burst through hell.
Scormit is still made of felt at the end of the day.
That's true.
So really, how
Or at
does
least
he
there's
even
some element of it.
how does he survive Hellfire then? You'd think he'd be ridiculously flammable.
There was one tweet, it wasn't here, but somebody mentioned how, I think it was something about how Kermit withstands beatings from Miss Piggy all the time. And Miss Piggy is
right.
capable of knocking people through like walls and things like that in some cases. So, he's got more durability than you might think.
And he's been hit by a car. I know this is a thing. I am absolutely
I don't know what
positive
that's
he's
from,
been
but-
hit by a car before. It is brilliant and super funny.
But those are all blunt.
What do you think the Juggernaut's going to do to
Yeah,
him?
what else is
Well, I'm just
But that's a punch in the-
Imagine if
he
he-
brought up the fire though.
Imagine if Jugnik
matter.
does the spin dash though. So he's like sharp in addition to
Oh.
stupidly fast and unstoppable momentum.
Yeah, but at this point, he's also magic. Like, I mean, it's Scorpion. Like, it doesn't matter. That's the same thing
Scorpion's
as
kinda
being like,
magic.
how does Scorpion's leather suit survive hell?
That's true.
He's Scorpion. Done. Our talk is over.
He got the suit from hell.
You could just be like, oh yeah, pits of hell. How's Carbon? Doesn't matter. He's magic. Like we're done with
I
it.
guess, but wasn't there something about the Juggernaut to where he specifically can resist magic? Because I remember in the years I've been bringing up Juggernaut versus Hermione
Yes,
Granger,
yes,
that was
yes.
something that
I believe
was
there's some
discovered in
element of
minutes.
that. I don't know what kind of limits there are to that, but his helmet, he gets his powers. He's not a mutant. He gets his powers from a magical crystal that basically gives him the super strength and all that. He's got the helmet, which
Really?
protects him
I
from.
didn't know that. I thought
Yeah,
he
he's
was
not
a
a mutant. He gets the helmet protects him from psychic attacks because Charles Xavier's his brother. He knows he's going to come after him. I don't know where the helmet came from. We should. We'll
same one Magneto
We'll
has.
bring Juggernaut into a death battle
I
at some
don't
point.
think
We'll find
that's
out.
how
but-
he works anymore.
No.
I'm not totally sure, but I don't.
They've
think that's
done
how he works
reboots
anymore.
before,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it might have changed.
Yeah.
That's the Juggernaut that I know.
Yeah.
But I believe I remember there being something about a magical resistance, so that might come into play here. But even still, he could just drag him to hell and leave him
Yeah,
there.
but don't
Yeah.
you have to catch him for that? Like if you're moving as fast as Sonic, can you really catch him with the Hell Gate?
Yeah,
thing?
because he's
Like,
got a hook. He says, "Get over here."
No one does that to Sonic, except Dr.
Yeah,
Robotnik actually.
But Scormit
Catches
does it to
Sonic
everybody.
Pretty catches Sonic pretty often,
He
actually.
tricks Sonic to catch him, though.
Oh, well, Kermit can just trick him.
Sonic's
Yeah,
not like
exactly.
the brightest bulb of the bunch.
Hey-oh,
He is easily trickable.
hey-oh.
Is Kermit very smart?
Whoa, you're not cool.
Also,
Listen, need help?
Sonic
I want to go to the pizza help.
Sonic has an affinity for helping small and like creatures, like forest creatures and animals.
Oh, there you
So
go.
he's initially going to try and help the frog person.
He takes out the scorpion.
Even if he's like a
I was just about to
help
say, he takes out the scorpion suit.
Yeah.
It's just a frog laying on the ground.
Yeah.
Sonic is like,
And
oh
then-
no,
yeah.
there's a frog laying on the ground. This isn't cool. We gotta help. And he starts playing
Except for the
Sonic
fact that it's an undead wraith frog.
No, it's just Kermit. He took off the suit. It's just a puppet on the ground.
So, anyways, we have to vote.
Yeah, so let's give the final answers, starting with Sam.
Luckily, this is a community battle and not a real one, so I'm going to go with the complete bias and just say Squirmit because Kermit is like my favorite thing.
I'm gonna pick Sonic. Juggernaut.
Jugnick.
Juggernaut.
Soggernaut.
Juggernaut.
Soggernaut.
Soggernaut's pretty
Saucy
good.
Knot.
As much as I appreciate the fan art and all that stuff for Squirmit, I think Jugnick is just way too scary.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna have to go with that.
Man. Well, this kind of sucks because I was going to vote Squirmit,
Oh,
which means we got a tie.
Guess we'll just have to revisit this in some point in
Another
the
day.
future.
Yeah, another day. Maybe we'll
Anyways.
put up like a vote on Twitter and see what everybody thinks.
Yeah.
Before
I
we
like
move
that.
forward, though,
Yeah.
we must talk about our wonderful sponsors.
Go for it.
Especially Squarespace. So let me tell you, do you need a website? Even if you don't need one, you do. And trust me, you want it to be the visual equivalent of Chris Hemsworth stepping out of a pool on a hot summer day.
Ooh.
And that is I know, it's surprisingly possible with Squarespace, thanks to their, for one, beautiful, sexy templates.
Ooh.
And let me tell you this.
Oh.
Squarespace is the perfect place to create a beautiful website, and it's an all-in-one platform that you never have to update, install, patch, all that stuff. So you get it, and it's perfect. If you do have problems, 24/7 customer service. So consider Squarespace for your next move. Start your free trial today. Go to squarespace.com/deathbattle and enter offer code DEATHBATTLE to get 10% off your first purchase.
Can I make a website about sexy Chris Hemsworth?
Yeah, or you can make one about Squirmit. Or you can
Please.
make one about Soggernaut.
Chris
Either
Hemsworth.
way, Squarespace is the perfect place to make your website.
Like something I didn't know I needed.
Do it.
In my life. What we got coming
Chris
up?
Hemsworth fan website specifically by you with Squarespace?
I gotta get on
Go
Squarespace.
for it.
We can make it together.
What if Kermit
I'm in
the
there,
Frog fusion danced with Chris Hemsworth? Can we just fuse Kermit the Frog?
Are we
with
just
everyone?
doing that with everything? This
too. Well, then it would be Thor, right? It'd be Thormit.
Thorman.
There you
Oh,
go.
that's
And
good.
like
no,
Thormit.
there actually was a frog Thor.
We have to make that specific.
That's
Oh
right.
yeah, there was
There's
a frog Thor.
Yeah. I think it's either the Super Pets or something, but a frog gets a tiny Mjolnir
Yeah.
and becomes Throg or something like
We
that.
should do Kermit versus Pinocchio.
Oh, because they're both puppets. I had to think about that
Sure.
for a second.
Oh, there it is.
There he is.
Yeah, Frog Thor. Wow, that was quick.
Yeah, get used to that.
Broadcast team is awesome.
Broadcast.
they're
They're the
good.
most beautiful people in the world.
All right, we got to chat about Death Battle. This is Death Battle Cast after all. We've got Metal Sonic, just had a preview out.
Yep.
Nick, you were working on that, and I feel like I know a thing or two about Metal Sonic. I don't know about you guys, but
I mean,
little bit.
He looks like Sonic.
And I hear he's made of metal.
There you go.
So
man.
there's that too.
Legend has it.
So Metal Sonic is the robot built by Dr. Eggman to basically beat Sonic in a race. That was the original intention in Sonic CD.
Wait, what? That was it?
That was basically
Not to
it.
fight him?
No.
Well, kind of. I mean, the whole plot of Sonic CD was Robotnik was trying to change the past
What is Sonic
in order to
CD?
control the future.
Sonic CD is the best Sonic game there ever was. Where have you been?
Your son loves Sonic. How do you not know?
He's also 8. That sounds like something that came out.
It did. It came out around
On
the same time
Genesis
as
or something.
Sonic 2. It was originally supposed to be Sonic 2, but then they moved Sonic 2's production to another team. This is when the Sonic team was formed.
Did it come out on a CD platform?
Not that Ben knows anything about
Came
this, but
out on Sega CD.
Yes, Torian.
That's why it's called
Sonic
CD.
CD came out on a CD platform.
I'm just saying, because
Although
don't
I-
act like that is something like people do.
I originally
naming
played it
stuff that don't got
on PC,
nothing
and
to
I
do
always
with it.
thought when I was a kid that it was just called that because it's the PC game, but I didn't know
okay.
Sega CD existed until I
That's
was
what I'm saying. I didn't.
10 or 12.
All I know is Sega Saturn. That was the only CD console that I knew from Sega.
Yeah, it was their big, I guess, flagship game for the Sega CD
Okay.
for a while.
It's weird. There's like for a franchise, they have a lot of lost games.
Yeah. But anyway, Metal Sonic.
Yes, it was built to race because at the end of Sonic CD, or the second to last level
Sure.
or zone, you race Metal Sonic throughout the entire level.
Does he
It's
win?
like a big race.
If you're
And
bad,
very easily.
Is it
It's
for
actually really difficult.
Is it
Yeah.
for family?
It is for fans, actually.
Okay.
It's for his fangirl.
One
gonna
last-
turn your back on
One
fangirls?
last race.
It's for his first official groupie.
Oh,
Amy Rose?
Amy
it's kind of like Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
One
Sonic City was Fast and
last
Furious
race.
before Fast and Furious.
Except for the
Sonic-
whole thing where, like, Paul Walker, is, like, indebted to the government. No, he's working with the government.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
then he's just like,
He's a double agent.
I'm just gonna be.
See, that's Sonic 3 when
criminal.
Robotnik tricks Knuckles into working for him.
I have wet hands. You do this for me.
Okay. I have equally
Got it?
wet
You can
hands.
just use your.
I know, right?
There you go.
It's a tough one. Thank you.
I did it. Anyway.
Nice job.
So,
So, Nick, you've been researching Metal Sonic this whole
Yes,
time.
yes.
Any enlightening things you want to talk about?
is he faster than Sonic?
Can be.
Okay.
We'll cover that more in the full episode. I don't want to.
I got you.
Give too much
all
away,
That
but-
seems like the obvious first question, though. Like,
Yeah, I mean, he was specifically built to beat Sonic in a race. So from a design standpoint, yeah.
Despite his track record, Robotnik is a very, very good engineer.
yeah.
He makes
Yeah.
some insane stuff. Like,
Yeah.
if he
Yeah.
didn't care so much about, like, getting Sonic revenge, whatever,
He could do so much
he
good
would
for the
just,
world.
yeah, he would.
Like, what does he want to do? Does he want to like eat Sonic like the
He
Smurfs
wants
guy?
No, he wants to rule the world because
not
he thinks
just
the world
that.
would be better underneath
The
him.
Not just
Smurfs
that.
guy wants to eat the Smurfs.
Eggman's
weird.
whole goal, at least in the recent games, has just been to build a city called Eggman Land.
Yeah.
That's all he
Oh,
wants to do.
Okay.
And sometimes that
Well, then
city
just let him do it.
Sometimes that city is an amusement park.
Just let him do it. Why is Sonic being such a dick?
Because he just
good
happens to
question.
want to build it like in a wildlife preserve, basically.
Oh.
It's similar. He's, like, similar to Doctor Doom in a lot of ways.
But
I mean,
just more circular.
Dr. Doom doesn't want to like kill
egg-
animals
yeah,
though. He
much
wants to
more.
kill people.
Well, no, Doctor Doom wants to do what he believes is best for humanity. He's not like a villain.
I don't think Eggman wants to do what's best for
I was just about to say he just wants to build a theme park with robots so everybody can come and hang out.
He's doing
Sounds
what
good to
he
me.
thinks is best for humanity. At least
Is
that's what
he,
he tells.
though?
At least that's what he tells other people and himself.
It's killing this anthropomorphic hedgehog.
don't know about that, but okay. I mean, all he's doing is putting gerbils into hamster wheels and making them run robots.
Yeah, because they're his minions to help accomplish his dream of
How does that work?
taking over the world.
You know, we
They're
are
an army.
terrible about staying on task.
We're talking about
Sonic, not Metal Sonic. We are far removed again.
So, okay, in Robotnik's grand scheme to have the coldest theme park besides Disney, he builds Metal Sonic. He has him race Sonic. How does that help him build it? Like, if Metal Sonic wins, how does that help him build his theme park?
Metal Sonic's like fighting Sonic the whole time. It's like a speed fight,
Oh, okay.
basically.
oh, well, it's a trap because if Sonic loses, then he dies.
Yeah.
Because there's a giant laser beam chasing after them. And if whoever crosses the finish line first, a big wall comes down and blocks the other one, like basically traps the other one. And if they're stuck there, then they get hit by the laser beam.
Yep.
Why Robotnik doesn't just drop the wall and kill them both, whatever.
Why does Sonic just not?
Or build two laser beams. And
Yeah, I was gonna
just
say,
kinda-
or just build two
thing.
laser beams with like.
Why does Sonic just not do the race?
Because then he gets laser beamed. We went over this.
I mean,
you have the option of not attempting the
well, I
race.
feel like
Game
building.
does
I
not
feel like
exist.
building Metal Sonic is just pointless. Then he can just focus on
Oh,
the laser
because he's
beam.
got to save Amy. That's why.
Okay,
Because Amy is beyond the gates.
sure.
That drops.
Okay.
So once you cross the gate, then you find Amy.
Man, it's such an elaborate thing that he.
Sonic
Man,
2 or
the
Sonic
coldest
3 lore.
theme park. That's like one of the attractions. Like you got to beat this gate, or you're gonna get lasered.
That's an attraction. That's.
But you got to be
It's
able to
It's
run.
like an extreme escape room.
You got to be able to run several times faster than the speed of sound in order to even accomplish.
mean-
Sonic's there to help you.
It's a great place for the severely depressed.
Mm-hmm.
Either you enjoy yourself, or you don't have to worry about that anymore.
Oh, that got
Oh,
dark.
no.
That got dark at the speed of light.
Yeah, I'm good at it. That got blue.
no.
So okay,
Well then,
I'm assuming Sonic wins, right? Because Metal Sonic is the bad guy. Sonic wins.
Well, you're playing as Sonic, so you win.
Sure.
Otherwise,
What
you
happens
game
to
over
Metal
after you
Sonic?
start. Metal Sonic gets lasered,
Okay. So.
and then Robotnik just builds him again.
yep.
oh,
Yeah,
he just
he's the
keeps
boss
getting
of Sonic 3, right? Or is it 2?
So is there
Sonic
different?
CD
Is there
was-
different versions, like
I know, but
more
they used to
powerful
box
Metal
one of the
Sonic,
Genesis
or
ones.
There are multiple Robot Sonics. Mecha Sonic is in Sonic 3.
Oh, okay.
Silver Sonic's in Sonic 2.
Silver?
There's a bunch of them.
Yeah, that was one of the big headaches of researching this one, was finding out how many robot hedgehogs there are.
There are multiple versions of Metal Sonic.
Yeah, there's Metal Sonic, Mecha Sonic. I've since forgotten a lot of them, but there's
Metal Sonic, Mecha Sonic, Silver Sonic,
Shard.
like Silver,
Metal Sonic 3.0,
like Silver the Hedgehog?
which is future Metal Sonic.
Yeah.
No, not Silver the Hedgehog.
No, I'm saying is the robot based on that one.
No, well before that, because it's Sonic 2, man.
Yeah,
Okay.
Silver Sonic was Sonic 2. It was being
Silver the
made
Hedgehog
around the
is
same time.
Sonic
06. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes.
The best game.
There's a lot of robots.
The Metal
So-
Sonic has several super forms. There's Titan Metal Sonic, which is a giant red version of himself that the Knuckles Chaotix had to fight in their game.
There's Neo Metal Sonic, Metal Madness,
what?
Metal
There's
Overlord.
a
All
bunch
of these
of
are robot
crap.
hedgehogs.
Yeah.
Some of them are the same character. Some of them are not. Figuring out which one was which was really hard to do at the very beginning.
So we're focusing on just the main one, the first one, the OG.
The one that is called Metal Sonic.
Okay.
And everything that he can do. This is kind of
Is he the most powerful one?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Like he's the most
He's the most well-known,
capable,
for sure.
Most
I guess, and
capable.
well-known. I mean, you could make an argument that maybe Mecha Sonic is more powerful.
Sure.
Because he can access the Chaos Emeralds and become Super Mecha Sonic. There's a bunch of things like that. But Metal Sonic is the one that keeps coming back.
In the Dr. Robotnik versus the Wily death
I was just
battle,
about to bring that up.
you have him like just like whatever, right? He just does his own thing. Is that a thing? Like, does he eventually break free of Robotnik's control?
It
and
was,
just
it
does
was
his
the
own
called it
thing?
Sonic
original
Heroes.
Westworld, yes.
So what's his motivation after he does that?
Destroy everyone.
Destroy all life.
Oh.
Also be better than Sonic.
Oh, okay.
Like
That's
the
still
motivations of like half the villains in these Sonic games are, I want to be better than Sonic at everything.
Okay.
That's basically it. But yeah, this episode's kind of a spiritual successor to Eggman versus Wily, which we did years ago. That's actually the last episode I animated back in.
Put a lot of time in that.
I
I was like, when does it
had to
end?
cut out a lot of that
I
animation.
watched it and I was like, when does this end? And then
Like
Sonic comes up.
all the like. I can't remember. I think it's the Badniks, Robotnik's team gets pretty wiped out pretty quickly by Wily's robots. Like I had to cut out a lot of the fight. I was originally gonna have Mecha Sonic turn Super in that, and then they would fight, and then like he would get destroyed, and then Metal Sonic would get the Chaos Emerald. There was a bunch of like the original cut of that fight was so much longer, and this is back when I'm animating. I don't know what the crap I'm doing, so I had to cut out so much, and I was kind of bummed about that, but. I'm so excited to see how this fight turns out because
Yeah.
it's kind of like the next step from that. It's not a sequel per se that we're just like continuing the story that was developed because at the end of Eggman versus Wily,
Zero doesn't show up in that
spoilers.
fight, does he?
Zero doesn't. No spoilers, but Metal Sonic just wrecks everything.
Yeah.
And we literally say, well, that world's fucked because the like post-fight scene is Metal Overlord just obliterating everything
yeah.
because he's ridiculous. So we're not like making a sequel to that because I feel like
thought
that
about it, though.
We
We
thought
did
about
thought
it,
about
but I don't want to confuse like the idea that Metal Sonic, because Metal Sonic can scan abilities.
Right.
I didn't want to get anything confused about like, oh well, the Metal Sonic in this fight still has all the abilities he scanned from that fight.
Right.
That's not the case. We don't want to do that. This is its own thing. But it's still kind of in my mind as I'm like looking through the script and looking through the animation. Like it's still a sequel to an extent. And that's great because Zero's not in that fight.
Right.
Because Wily never used Zero. And so after that fight came out, after that episode came out, all the questions in the comments were, well, what if Zero was there? And it took us a while, but we're finally going to answer it.
Well, I can't wait. It's gonna be exciting.
And that, I think I mentioned this earlier, but that's also animated by Lewis. So we're getting two animations.
new
from
animator,
Lewis.
yeah.
Like,
Is he like
short
still working
time.
on that here?
Yes.
Or did he already finish
he's,
it?
He's finishing it up right now, basically.
He's here though. I mean,
Well,
he's
that's
at
what
his
I'm
house.
saying. Did he like finish it before he moved here?
Oh no, he's still finished.
No, he's still
Probably
working.
still working on it. Okay. Cool.
You'll probably see it Monday.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be here Monday. I quit.
You quit?
No, I'm just kidding.
Fair enough.
He was all right. He's like another one bites the dust.
Oh, jeez, what?
That's just rough sometimes, you know.
Move all the way to Austin and then immediately decide, I'm done.
Oh, I have plans.
Do you have plans?
Yeah.
What are these plans?
They're freaky. What we got next?
I don't
What's
know
going
about that
on?
anymore. Never mind. All right, how about we bring up the out of context comic book panel of the week?
I'm afraid of this one because Austin said that he didn't know I was going to be on it.
Oh,
We had
well,
the Punisher.
it says the Punisher going,
Nuzzles.
nuzzles you back and pounces on you and notices your bulge. What's this? It's like
Hold on. Is this the Punisher discovering?
He's
fan
cybering.
fiction?
No,
Or
the
cyber?
puckering.
Is this
he's
like-
the Punisher is
It sounds like it's furry related. Nuzzles.
He looks so
pounces on-
young.
nuzzles, you
Nuzzles,
back.
it could be furry related, but it's certainly some cyber because he is currently typing. There would be no clack clack if he was reading. He is expressing this. So
Oh, he's writing
he's
fan
reading.
fiction.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Oh.
He's writing.
What is he doing?
I mean, with a man who has a hobby of just killing people, some mild
He's
furry
probably on
fanfic
that
is probably
that Marvel
not very hard.
cam girl site that Tony Stark set up.
My gosh.
Talking
What?
to
Slow
him.
it down.
I'm just saying he's.
Is that a thing?
As far as you know.
Your
far as you know.
curiosity in that, so much curiosity in that question.
Well, because if it's not a thing, that's a money opportunity. You tell me if I start up a like, hey, we have a Marvel cosplay cam girl site, you're not going to check it out?
We'll talk,
I'm saying
we'll
it's
talk about
money.
this later.
We talked about this once before,
We'll talk about
doing
this
it
later.
like the cantina from Star Wars, and we would have it, and we had a great name for it. Austin, do you remember the name for it? Oh, we had a beautiful name for. It
Well,
was
I
like
feel like
Jabba's.
Missed this one.
It was like Jabba's palace kind of thing.
Jabba's
Anyways, we
palace.
figured out we had a
Oh.
great one.
I
But
feel like the Punisher
nonetheless,
is like,
nonetheless,
talking
go
to
on.
the cam girl, like,
The Marvel cam girl
Yeah.
dressed up as Misty Knight.
If you want the context, let me know.
What's the context?
You ready for it?
Yeah.
To catch a predator.
Oh, it's Punisher on To Catch a Predator. I like that.
That's so
That makes
good.
a lot of sense. In context, that's a perfect. Yeah,
yeah,
that makes
yeah.
perfect
That's
sense.
good.
That's kind of interesting.
That's cool.
All right.
I mean, it's not as freaky.
That makes it a lot better.
It's cool.
Are you comfortable now? Are you happy now?
Well, I can understand now, because like they're making a Punisher Netflix series. I was gonna go into it in the back of my mind thinking, at some
When's
point
he
this guy gets
cyber?
into yeah.
This guy gets into cyber.
I think I like the idea of him being on a Marvel-themed cam girl site better. Just talking to him. Maybe he is the cam girl.
Not that Punisher. That Punisher was not looking good enough.
No, he was kind of skinny and
Yeah, and his lighting is off. Can't
his
see him.
lighting is off. He hasn't set up the lighting for streaming properly.
I don't. Yeah, I mean that's really fair.
See?
But
There you go.
I don't know much about the Punishers. Maybe he gets cancer or something.
He's not gonna get any tips.
Or it's just an alternate universe one probably. But Ultimate Punisher, he's skinny and being weird online,
He's not being weird. He's being freaky.
being freaky online.
But are they just trying to make the most relatable comic book character ever? Like,
Oh, and he also kills people like all the time.
nah, not this
relatable.
one. He just like internet stalks people and
Yeah.
you know,
Oh man, could you imagine
ex-girlfriends
him?
if that's applicable.
Could you
like-
imagine him showing up instead of what's the guy's name on Catch a Predator? Chris
Hansen.
Chris Hansen.
His hands?
Chris Hemsworth.
Oh man, the Punisher shows up with
That'd be
guns.
great.
With guns.
He's like, I'm Frank Castle. Have a seat over there.
He sits down and he just shoots him. He doesn't actually
Executes him on the spot.
No, the Predator on multiple occasions is actually, or not the Predator, the Punisher has multiple occasions blown people's dicks off. That is a straight up, that's a Punisher move. He's just like, what were you gonna do? I was gonna have sex with her. He's like, bam, not no more. Like, that's a Punisher
He
thing
shoots
to
their
do.
dicks off in a variety of ways. Like different times. Like one time, he just shotgunned the guy.
Shotguns.
Even
He shotguns him.
What if
Another
he-
time he just two Uzis him.
What if he tied enough helium balloons to it, but ratchet strapped him down so the helium
He just
balloons
has all
eventually
these
rip his dick
methods-
off?
He just has all these methods to castrate these men.
what?
I've never seen somebody. There's Chris Hansen. That's great. Yeah.
As the Punisher.
But he has that exact expression on his face while he's doing it.
Yeah. He's just ripping
blinks.
dicks right off just like that.
In one episode, he takes like a bow and arrow. He's running out of ideas.
As this is going, it keeps cutting just to that shot of that face
One
staring at
episode, he just throws a tomahawk at the guys.
He's just looking the victim straight in the eye, unblinking the whole time as he does it. Occasionally looks straight at the camera. Did we just zoom in closer? Yeah. Is that what just happened?
Because every time it would cut back to him, and it would have to be closer like that.
Yeah.
Every single
in one
time.
episode,
One
he
more
just
time. I
straps.
need it one more time. A little bit closer. Yes!
Beautiful.
One episode, he just straps C4 to the guy's crotch.
That's like Man on Fire. He does pretty much the same thing.
Oh my gosh. This broadcast is my favorite thing. There you guys are my favorite.
The last episode, he just takes a grenade and he tosses it in the room. He's in the room.
That's you lost.
Still
it.
has that same face on.
Let's jump in the shark, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
He's running out of ideas. He's running out of
No,
ideas.
you never.
Why couldn't
You
he just
never.
tie it to it?
Yeah,
guess
you
tie
the
never
grenade.
Or
Or-
grenade launcher.
tie it up. You get a truck. You drive off. You get a plane. You fly off. You can
He
do
doesn't-
any vehicle.
In one, he doesn't show up. Like the guy's just there, and he's at a building with a sniper rifle.
Push him really slowly into the rotor of a boat.
Yep.
Like there's endless things.
No!
Oh my God.
Have you seen those? Have you seen those
There's
banana-shaped
a boat.
things that slice bananas perfectly? Got it. They
has like
gotta
a-
have the same son of a bitch for a hot
He
dog.
ties
when
the guy
rich
up,
white people make
and
little
he's-
slices.
He ties the guy up, and he's hanging over a deli slicer.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Real thin. It's coming off.
Tell us your favorite way to
Yeah, man, like,
castrate
it
real
a
either
good.
has the
Oh, we're
scale
good.
and the
Next
paper
episode
so
of
you can get the
Okay.
right weight for what you ordered.
He asked the child there, like, what size? And she's like, slice it at a 1.
Yeah.
Like, you know, just super
It's like an
thin.
actual deli. There's other people there like, ordering sandwiches.
Oh, and then he can make a cock sandwich.
Ah,
We finished.
we finished.
We're good
It's
now.
over. It's so good.
Yeah.
A deli slicer. He just has them tied up.
Oh my God. Wow. All right.
Tell us your favorite ways to castrate a Read our favorites on the
No,
next
no, no, no,
episode.
no, 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 no. It's
Smushing
not
it,
human
smash-
beings.
Right.
We don't want to do it.
This is to catch a predator.
It's predators.
Yeah, we don't want to miss.
Not predators.
The
but,
show
you
is
know,
to catch a
sexual
predator
predators.
with
Like-
the Punisher.
Like,
Can they have- okay,
like
they-
the Predator, the alien?
I was about to say,
To catch the predator?
Yeah.
He catches the predator.
I was about to say, they should have
Yeah.
one episode of To Catch a Predator where
Predator.
it's
That would
just
be
him trying
the-
to catch the predator.
That would be the absolute
the
best April
predator
Fool's episode.
has been caught online trying to talk to underage people.
I
And
like
the
that it's
Punisher
just a
catches them.
completely different show altogether. But it's just one episode.
Oh, that
where
would be
he's-
the best thing, like on your TiVo thing. I don't know how TV works anymore. I haven't had one in ages.
Same.
It's just you see it. It's like, oh look, To Catch a Predator's on, and it's
Chris
just
Hansen,
Predator
and
1.
He's just got like war paint on and like a gun and stuff.
He goes
You
after
could just
the
really like
Predator.
Photoshop him into the old movies.
there it is.
Oh, look at this! Wow, they are so good at this.
Lord.
What?
I was actually gonna say, I think our community death battle this week is
The Punisher versus the Predator?
Punisher
Yeah.
versus the Predator.
No.
How to catch a predator.
Punisher versus Chris Hansen. yes!
What, versus each other or who can catch the most predators?
Yes!
Wait,
Oh.
what if it's
I like that.
But the most like movie monster predators.
I
taking
think
it too
I
far?
think
Did I
fill
just ruin it?
both. I think fill both categories.
Yeah. Because, I mean, it's what the Punisher does. He's like a vigilante. He's going out to try to catch these people. Chris Hemsworth, he's doing the same thing. He has all these elaborate
Hemsworth?
scenes.
That's true.
Chris
I
Hansen.
mean, Chris Hansen.
Chris Hemsworth?
But to clarify,
It's Chris Hemsworth.
Played by Chris Hemsworth.
to clarify, when the predator goes out to catch like a mafia boss, the goons do not count.
Okay.
Because then he obviously wins. Because he rolls up to a joint and like
Yeah, yeah.
slaughters like a dozen goons on
Yeah.
the daily. Like this guy's catching goons like crazy. They don't count.
That's good. That's our community.
So are we going? Hang on. Are we going with?
The Predator versus...
Chris
No,
Hansen.
it's Punisher versus Chris
I
Hansen.
said the Predator.
And the battle is to catch the most predators, not to kill each other.
Okay.
Sexual or monsters.
The most predators, or
Well, I
just
guess
one
it's both
predator?
monsters.
So it's both of them versus a predator.
Or
But
maybe
they're also
they can
against each
both
other.
just catch a predator. I don't know. Just
Because it is how to catch a predator.
Yeah,
They're creative enough.
They're
They're
gonna
gonna
like
figure some out.
decide all that for us.
Sure.
Yeah.
I like it.
Because Chris Hansen's got no chance of actually like catching a predator unless for some reason that predator is into like some weird cyber
Yeah.
shit and wants to
I mean,
sleep
it
with the
could be.
underage girl.
He's just like on the screen making all those weird noises.
Like what's a sting
Nope.
operation for a predator? Like what is he's like? Are you? He's like we caught you, and he's
The
like I'm
predator-
invisible and have a fucking plasma
What's the
can.
predator's
about to-
keyboard look like that it's typing on the internet with?
might-
It's like
the-
scratch marks.
Well, he has
Probably
the
just
wrist
the
thingy that he
wingdings
messes
on
with.
the
Yeah.
keyboard as
The
the default.
scenario, like, Chris Hemsworth, the guy shows
Chris
up.
Hansen.
Hansen.
Chris Hansen!
Chris Hemsworth is
The guy
Thor.
shows up to the house, right? So the predator, he just like...
the president?
The predator just shows up, right? He's not invisible anymore. And then Chris Hansen walks into the room like, hey, Mr. Predator, you know why you're here?
What?
You were looking to talk to whatever the username is. Won't you have a seat? And then the predator is making all these weird noises.
goes,
and then like
All these
Chris
clicking
Hansen
noises.
is not even scared. I knew you were gonna say that. Have a seat. And then he just does, like the
Assuming
president.
he can understand predator speak.
The predator he just sits down.
All grumpy.
You know the
Sorry,
part
we're
where
zooming in on him. He's like, so why did you get into this life?
Just more clicking noises. No excuses,
He
Predator.
goes to type on his thing. He was like, no, you're not getting away from
where
this.
the predator, like they always try and
Self-destruct.
bargain. They're like, I didn't mean to do it. What can I do? He like tries to give him an old gun, like in Predator 2. He just like slides it on the
Slides it
table
across
like it's
the
a
table.
bribe, and he's like, that's not gonna work.
It's not gonna work today.
Can't bribe me. Like,
The authorities are on their way, and then he just goes invisible, but comes back.
It's
He's like,
just aliens.
Can't get through
in
the
cop
doors.
outfits.
every power or ability he uses, Chris Hansen just says that's not gonna work, and it just doesn't.
they do never try and run.
Who?
The predators.
They've been caught.
Yeah. I mean,
Everybody knows that.
they have not been caught. They've been caught on video. That is far different.
You don't
like,
think
go
they
shave
have
and dye your
authorities,
hair.
like right outside, just in case that exactly what they're trying to do?
I'm sure they do, but what's the difference from trying to run?
They've been caught. That's why they don't run.
They're ensnared by Chris Hansen's charm or something?
Yeah.
Like what?
I think that's what it is. Even if authorities were outside, I'd still try to run. Like I just go for it. What else you got to lose? You're already caught.
You could get tased and tackled and
Or shot.
Hey, at least you
shot,
tried though.
maybe.
You know,
At least you
Probably
tried.
not.
They're not
I hope
gonna shoot you.
if you run from the cops.
No, if you
After-
run from Chris Hansen.
Oh well.
Chris Hansen pulls out a pistol.
Yeah.
And he just takes his shirt off. It's the Punisher.
Oh my God, he was the Punisher all along.
That was where the joke originally started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
You just
See,
came
we
full
just came
circle.
full
I brought it. So I brought it all back.
All right.
So now we can move on to the questions from the community. We can get to those. Yeah. Let's bring up one of those.
We've got Adam Culver. Nothing is cooler than a fight between villains. So what are some of your favorite villain and bad guy clashes?
I really do like villain fight.
I know we talked about this a little ago, but I saw it today, and I didn't do the digging. But they said the villain for the Venom movie is Carnage.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
So
okay.
I think that falls into well, because that would be mine. Like Venom Carnage, like it's really cool, even though Venom's not like super like villain, you know, or at least it depends on the point in time he's at.
Are we talking about dream matchups or ones that have already happened in movies and comics and stuff?
I think ones that have already happened.
Okay.
Okay.
I got to think harder
fought each
because
other?
I think the first one that comes to my mind is the Frieza saga in Dragon Ball Z, when Vegeta and Frieza are having their like,
yeah.
chase after the Dragon Balls, because Vegeta was a villain at that point.
more or less.
And then he
I
ultimately
guess.
gets them all by like tricking Frieza inside his own ship and throwing him out. And that's kind of the end
Oh,
of
yeah,
that.
blowing up the engine.
After
or
that,
something
the
like
Ginyu Force comes in and
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of switches sides. But that whole like dynamic, it's not a fight though, and that's not a clash. And the question does specifically ask for a clash. It did show, I think that was Star Wars Clone Wars that showed there. It was Darth Maul versus Sidious, which is okay fight, but there is a fight with
Okay, fight.
Maul's brother in that one. Maul has like a brother who's like a big green hulking dude, and
Yeah, I can't remember his name. His name is so lame.
Savage. His name is Savage. It's literally
Somebody
Savage.
had it over there.
Savage?
Yeah, Savage, yeah.
It's kind of dumb, but he's
Little bit.
he's like just a hulking monstrosity kind of like villain that Dooku takes as a secret apprentice, and he like. I'm trying to remember. if
Which
there's
is
clash
a
with
classic
villains.
Sith move, because Siths always have secret apprentices. Classic, like, and it's the rule of two has never worked. There's always a secret third there. It's just like the
Usually a
apprentice
secret
is.
fourth or fifth.
Oh yeah, I mean it's just like straight up cheating on wives like crazy is pretty much what's happening up there.
Hey, there we
Yeah,
go.
that guy to the left.
Oh, and there's Maul with his robo legs.
Robo, when did he
Yeah,
get these?
Maul came back. With
Well,
robo legs.
after Phantom Menace, what do you think he'd do? Just like put him there and hope
Did he get
he's
his legs
scabbed
cut off
up
in Phantom
nicely?
Menace?
Just
You never
staple
seen
him
him?
back on.
I don't remember that part.
He got cut in
I
half,
know I've
apparently.
seen.
He gets chopped in
Okay.
half. It's like the
Yeah.
only good
And
part
he-
of the movie.
and he dies.
All right.
Except for this is.
I thought he had
But
spider
then he
legs
comes
though.
back.
Chad said he had.
He has spider legs.
a little bit,
Eventually,
yeah.
Savage finds him. Then he brings him to a witch planet, and they magically make
Oh, okay.
robot legs
Does
somehow.
the Force keep him alive?
Which witches shouldn't be messing with engineering.
Yeah.
It's not.
I don't know.
But anyway, he fights I guess it's not really a clash because he tries to fight Dooku several times and Dooku's training him, and that's some of the best things. From
What about
this.
the situations where you root for the villain? Like, not necessarily root for the villain, but like another villain comes in to try to take the place of the current villain, and you kind of root, like Rita Repulsa, right? Like, I love Rita Repulsa, and then Zed came in, and I was like, oh, Rita, don't let him bully you.
They didn't really fight though. In fact,
I know they
fell
don't
in
fight. I'm
love.
just saying, like,
They
you
did
root
have- they did
a
have
situation
one
where
fight.
you root for the
did they?
villain.
Where, well, it wasn't a fight,
remember.
but they had a clash where Rita slipped him a love potion and tricked him into loving
Oh
him.
no.
And then
Oh, she won.
And she won until Zed was like, hey, let's have a kid.
Oh.
And then she was like, oh, shit, no, made a mistake.
Oh,
That's,
she would
that
have to have
happened.
sex with that.
I think I might have to go also
That'd
with
have been
Star
weird.
Wars. This probably doesn't really
the
count, but
Punisher
it's the
was
best thing I
watching.
can think of. In Return of the Jedi, when Darth Vader takes out Palpatine. It's not
Yeah.
really a clash, but it is like
But it's
villain
solid.
taking on
Yeah,
villain.
Yeah.
I mean, he was redeeming himself at the time, so he barely even counts as a villain at that point in time.
I don't know why I'm blanking on
close.
villain clashes right now.
Well, I mean, they're
many
kind
of
of,
them, are
yeah.
there?
There's not a lot there. Like they could be better, but
I guess because typically when a villain clash happens, it's like one of them is almost in support of the heroes. It's very the
It's like
idea
a
of just-
temporary.
Yeah.
truce.
Yeah.
yeah.
The idea of just villains clashing for their own like stories or whatever, for their own goals, is kind of rare.
Yeah, like I know like Thanos has helped Richard Reed a couple times like fight other villains, and you could consider that, but
Oh, I mean,
he's being nice at it.
we mentioned in the Venom movie, the villain is going to be Carnage.
Yeah, yeah.
Venom versus Carnage is a frequent thing, even when Venom is a villain, just because they hate each other.
Yeah.
Carnage especially hates Venom. I don't remember exactly why, other than he's just pissed off that he exists, basically. That's always fun. I remember some fights with them in the old cartoon that I used to watch as a kid. Those are always neat.
I know there's a handful of these in Batman because I know like the Joker and the Penguin don't get along for a certain period of time. Even there's that one Batman game that was based on that. What was that game called?
Oh, I don't know.
It died super
You
quick.
throw it like you had an answer.
Yeah. I
yes,
thought
it
you had
is.
it and you fucking threw it away. Whatever. But yeah. Anyways, what's next here?
Yeah, next question.
We got more questions, right?
Are 3D DBs coming back, sir? The past three have all been 2D. Funny you should ask.
Torian, where's the 3D fights? What are you doing?
I don't know why I'm still employed here.
Now, Torian is working on a 3D fight right now. He's also been working on a secret project.
I was just about to say I've been working on 2 projects.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, I guess
I don't
we already
remember if we
said it.
announced the other project. but
No,
it's a secret.
we didn't. It's a secret project.
Yeah.
So
But
that's really it.
yeah, that's we can't
If
really.
I,
talk
if I
much
probably
about
wasn't
this.
working on that one, then something else probably would have happened already.
The one after Metal Sonic Zero is 3D, right? Or is it the one after that one? I
one-
forgot the schedule already.
Well,
No, the one after it
It's
is
the one after that.
okay.
No,
That's all I was going to say.
The one after it is.
Because you have one that comes up after Nick's.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I
And the
know.
next one after that,
I thought that one was extra special.
there is one coming up that's extra special after his.
Yeah, that's not helping anyone watching this though.
This is very confusing.
they're coming back. Like, of course
Also,
they're coming back. They're gonna be here soon.
they take time. Right?
Yeah, and,
So,
and
like,
there's also something
Yeah.
else that you don't usually see that is coming that's going to be cool as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from Torian. Yeah, I mean, that's just an example of how many episodes
You gotta give him
work on at a
something.
time.
Give him something,
Yeah.
Ben. Come on, give him something.
Give him something.
Maybe an event is coming up.
He's saying like, say we're going to tease.
Hey, we're gonna
shit
show something at RTX.
Supposed to show something in RTX. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, well,
Keep whispering so that the audience can
You're
hear.
supposed to show something in RTX.
I whispered
okay?
directly into the mic. I was
Yeah.
clever.
That's what I'm doing. Like, okay, I guess
gonna
we're
whisper
supposed to
into
show something in
Sam's
RTX.
mic.
Thanks, bye.
anyways, this-
Okay, so that's the answer to that question. Let's bring up the other one.
Kyle Brackman says, "What would you do if you had the power to time travel?"
Make money.
go back and kill Ben before he's born.
But you can't kill him if he has not yet been born.
Oh, that's the Terminator. That's the Terminator went wrong. Oh, they were gonna kill his
That's
mother.
like the after future thing
Wow,
earlier.
that's just extra cold, man.
His mom's awesome.
Powers
His mom.
evil. We talked about this
Yeah, but why not just make money and then
because Ben's gonna try to stop me.
And then use it to
He
ruin
hasn't
Ben.
been born
I
yet.
don't have time travel powers in this scenario. It's just
I
you.
thought he said all of us got time travel.
If you had time travel
No,
powers.
we
if
individually.
you.
Oh.
Yeah.
If all of us had time travel
Oh,
powers,
I'll
we'd all
go
be
back
fucking
and,
with
like-
each other all the time.
We constantly trying to go back in time further just to prevent the one thing.
Pettiest thing ever. It's just, I'm gonna go back in time and I'm gonna bang your mom when she was still hot. That's all it
We're
is.
just
my
jumping, and then the time race from Fash has to try to stop us because he's pissed off.
He's got to catch us first.
Clearly, we would be terrible speedsters, but I'm just gonna go back to if I could time travel, I would make a lot of money.
Yeah, I'll
and
just
not
go back
worry
to
much
like
about it.
win the jackpot, like the winning ticket or something.
I'd go back
Yeah.
and try to witness important historical events.
Oh yeah, you
from a
could hit up
distance.
like the Hindenburg and shit.
Why?
That
Do you
would
want to be
cool.
sad? You just going back to be sad? It's gonna be awful.
Important historical
you don't have
events.
to
I
go
didn't
to-
say
Yo,
catastrophes.
yeah, and also though, you could
He
go
said
back
the
like.
Hindenburg, though.
Well, yeah,
You
but that
looked
would
at
be
me.
dope. Like, how often do you get to see an explosion that big in real life?
Yeah, but,
also,
like,
B,
bunch of
I would
people
check
died.
out some dinosaurs.
Yes.
The dinosaur part.
Check out
yes.
some dinosaurs. I'd want to go back and see the construction of the Egyptian pyramids.
Find out how they really did it.
They had a new thing on how they did it with like aquaphors and shit like this, and it's really interesting.
Aqua floors.
I'd want to like hang out in
Aquaforts.
ancient
Yeah,
Rome
yeah,
for a while. I think that'd be cool. Just blend into an ancient society best you can.
Just go back in the Assassin's Creed garb and see if it works.
I would literally
because
be
they're
Assassin's
probably gonna
Creed
look
fan.
at you like and be like,
Just
this
go
guy,
get an
like-
Assassin's Creed
Actually,
cosplay.
I actually
Yeah,
did not
buy one
think
real
this
quick.
through. I am not going back further than a certain point in time.
Why?
Well, he's black.
Me personally.
Yeah, at least in America.
That's it.
Well,
Like if he hits up to 19,
Yeah.
like,
Well,
or
yeah.
no, 1890s,
Yeah.
it is not gonna be good
Sure,
for
If
him.
you
but
can
then-
freely control your time traveling abilities, just like time travel before anybody.
Soon as I time travel and I'm there, whipped. Now,
Anything
now I can't
tries
use,
to pull
now I can't
anything?
use my powers.
No,
'Cause
you
I'm all
can go.
hurt.
You can go elsewhere in time travel. You just wouldn't time travel to
Can you choose your geographical location?
1800s of America.
Let's probably. Whatever. We're talking about a fictional power anyway. Why not?
Oh,
Worst
well,
case
I
scenario?
just go to like
Sure.
Japan or something.
if it
Everything
were
is cool
like
over there, right?
you
Well,
time
yeah,
traveled
we
where
had
you were
wars. That counts.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even try to go to the dinosaurs because I don't know what was right here.
Yeah.
3 billion years ago.
It's probably ocean.
Yeah.
You
we
pop
gotta-
up and
It might have been a
it's just
volcano. It might have
footstep on
been a
you.
dinosaur. Just get crushed.
Yeah, obviously there's
immediately.
nothing where like you go back and a mountain formed and now you're part of.
I think I'm just gonna
We can
exclusively
ignore that.
use it to like correct stupid ass mistakes throughout my day.
Oh, I tell you, I would be like crushing it on dates because I would rewind like
Yeah.
every 5 seconds.
I
I
never
said
get- I
anything
never get
slightly
anything
stupid.
done.
Like,
Just Groundhog Day.
Never gonna.
yeah, I would Groundhog Day the shit out of every date ever.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty great. Do you age as you go back? Like, do you continue
If
to age?
so,
or do you
I would
age
make it
still?
like
man.
2 more dates and I'd be 90. Like
Yeah.
I would be rewinding like
Be great.
crazy.
If you age, that kind of throws a wrench in my entire plan. I'd only be able to see stuff that happened in my lifetime,
Yeah.
and even then, I'd be a little baby for the first.
Oh, I
several
would.
years.
I
Oh,
would.
that's not de-aging. He's saying like if you go back a year and then just stay, you would then be 29, even though you at yourself should be 28 at that kind of point. You know?
Sure.
He's saying you are still aging at a natural rate, even if you spend
Oh,
time.
I
in
just
the
thought
past.
about this. This is one flaw in this power. We can't go forward in time.
No, it's time travel. It's okay.
Just time travel. You can go forward. Whatever.
Oh, yeah,
not?
it's just. Oh, I thought he said.
Or you just
back.
go visit the
I
dinosaurs
believe-
and you're stuck.
I believe
Yeah, I just have to say, like you go.
you
like,
can
too far.
go. You can go back to the present.
Okay.
You can't go past that
Okay.
because that's different than time travel. Well, unless it's
I mean,
not
technically,
linear.
that's back to where you were, so that's back in time. You know, it's forward after future, past time.
Let's stop here.
I think this is a good place to wrap up. I think we're going to be talking a little bit about Transformers on the sudden death because Nick
Yeah.
went and saw it.
Did you like it?
At midnight or whatever. What's it called?
Was it
It was
cool?
a press screening. I have a good friend, Connor, who sometimes takes me to these things. That's how I saw 47 meters
Same
down.
Connor who's editing some of our stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, cool.
Nick with the ends.
Connor, hook me up, please.
Wow.
You really want to go see Transformers?
Well, some Transformers is past, something else.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, we'll chat a little bit about that and how it's doing at the box office. Apparently, Transformers is dead, but
I mean,
not really. But
It should have been dead a long time
should have been
ago.
dead a
We can
long
talk
time
about that
ago.
later.
thank you again for joining us for another episode of the Death Battle Cast. We do this live for first members every single Friday. It goes up in public in the weekend. And if you're watching this on YouTube, you can go to Rooster Teeth and ScrewAttack.com right now and check out Sudden Death, which is our first exclusive show that is the extended podcast. And we will see you next week.